Hello guys, welcome to the new video. It's officially day 31 of using 50,000 capital for the 50 trading days. So early morning as we see, we saw Nifty gap down almost and went down to Nifty went down to around 90,000 to 229 odd levels. So initially like once I saw that like Nifty was going to gap, open gap down, and I was waiting that Nifty would take support around at 330 to 300 levels. So, however, early morning in the first candle when I saw this doji formation at 925, what I did is like at 928 I started buying 19,350 put, and then again at 929 I bought around 200 quantities. So the overall first buy was around at 85 rupees and second was around 81.5. So almost around 83 rupees was the average on an average. I exactly don't remember the price, but and then I exited at 9:35 candle. If you observe over here at 9:30, we saw the Nifty went down to around 19,338, and however I had thought that Nifty would not break around the level of 19,330. So, however, I squared off my position in this candle when I saw the doji was formation. The formation of the doji was happening. So I booked around in this trade almost like 4 rupees or something odd from this trade. Around I had around 500 quantities, and the capital that I used for this trade, the first trade was around like 500 into, if I do 84 rupees, it was around 42,000 for the first trade. So then after there was a consolidation. Nifty was taking consolidation, and it had taken multiple support over here. If you see here, there was a lot of support formation. There was a huge wick in the first candle. There was another support, so there was a lot of support. And even in the put writing, we I was able to see that 90,300, there was a decent put writing was also happening. So what I did at 9:57, I bought around two lots of monthly expiry 90,300, and at an average price of 220 rupees. So the capital that I used was around 22,000 rupees for this trade, and then I squared off this position at around 1040. So reason being the same, at 9:57, if I am go over here in this candle itself, when I saw that Nifty was again taking support at around 330 levels. So I entered in this trade, and I executed this trade after exactly, if you see, around 10:39 in this candle. Around in this candle I exited from this trade, because the logic over here was pretty simple. If I take this the zone what Nifty had found on the yesterday's price action, there were a lot of support being formed. There were a lot of dojis being formed over here at around 370 to 380 levels. So with that aspect, when Nifty came almost around in this candle, if I clear this, uh, in this candle 10:35, I thought like here there will be a lot of yesterday Nifty had taken a lot of support over here, hence I squared off my position in this candle, and I saw a little bit of doji being, there was a little sell off happening at that candle. So with that aspect, I closed over here, and I almost gained around 23 24 points from this trade. So this was 19,300 call, and the capital that I used was around 22k over here. In the first trade I used around 42k. So all this trade, I have closed the trade, and then I have moved on to the next trade. So it's not that I'm using the double capital over here. However, like I had done a lot of trades over here in the. I'll let you know about those trades. So then again at 11:07 and 11:38 I bought around. This was at 11:07. If you see, this was the trade I had around yesterday in the video. I had told you about that I had around 450 quantities of 90,350. No, sorry, 90,400 call. So I added one lot over there for that trade. And let me show you my position also over here before moving to that the trade over here. If I show you 90,350 put, I was still talking about in the first trade. So I gained around 2,200 rupees over there. And in the second trade, wherein I took the trades of 19,300 monthly call, if I move on to over here, I have around 90,300 call for the monthly expiry. I gained around 23 points over there with the two lots in this trade. So coming to other trade, wherein I still have this 90,400 call for the monthly expiry, wherein yesterday I had around 450 quantities. I added only one lot today at a price of, if you see over here, 90,400. I bought it at 184 rupees. So I'll be carrying this position, however, for the maybe on Friday, Sunday, or maybe on Monday, I might close that position if I get see a huge gap up. So once I after added the 19,400 call over here, this was the trade which I'm holding for that. I added 19,350 call also, one lot at 11.7, and again I waited for 50 minutes to add another lot. So overall, I had around two lots, and the average price was around similar. Even after half an hour or 40 minutes, the premium that I entered was similar, around 210, and the average price was around 210, and I executed at this point because if I move on to the Nifty chart over here, if, especially wherein 19,350 I had bought at 11 o'clock and 11:40. If you see here, if I move on to 11.7, I had bought here one lot because there was a doji formation, and the setup was the simple, wherein early morning Nifty had taken open over here, and then it went on low, and there was a lot of consolidation at this zone itself. And then I saw that Nifty was taking support over here after the resistance which had formed yesterday, and the Nifty, I saw around three to four candles being formed with a doji kind of thing. So I entered in this trade at 11:47. Also, I added one more lot for the 19,350 put. Sorry, call. 11:45 is where added this here, exactly over here. So and at 11:7 also, if you see the difference, I entered at this point, and again I entered at this point. The premium what I had was around 209 over here, and the premium was around 211 here. So the premium was not that much increasing as such as the Nifty was moving on. But however, I executed my trades at almost 1 o'clock, wherein 12:57 candle, wherein in this I saw Nifty was taking again resistance at 400 levels. So I was able to capture good money from this 90,350 call. If I show you the monthly call for the 90,350 again, sorry, this is not the trade. 90,350 call. I got around 2,800 from this trade. So, however, all the trades that I have almost, had kept my trailing stop loss. However, the premium was trading higher than the wherein I put them myself. So, however, and then in the last stage wherein I started buying 90,400 call for this weekly expiry. So, I had around 500 quantities, and the average was around 92 rupees, and I executed my trade at 98 rupees. So the capital also that I used for this trade was around, if I calculate 500 into around 92 rupees, was around 46,000 to 47,000 was the capital that I used for this trade. However, you can calculate if I'm wrong, but I know around 92.3 rupees is the average price, and I executed my trade at 98 rupees. Exactly, the entry was correct for me. I was anticipating that Nifty would break out from here, but I saw that like Nifty was came down because of the Dow Jones future fell during the market hours, and then from there later on we saw a huge momentum. I executed with that aspect, and it at the end of the market, I bought around 300 lots of 90,450, wherein average was around 72 rupees, almost like 73 first over here and 71.5. So I closed off all this position 300 quantities. First I exited 100, and then another 200, almost at 91 around 90.5 was my average exit. So if I show you the 19,450 call for this weekly expiry wherein I bought, I was able to book around 5,000. So cumulatively, if you see, all the trades that I took was the capital that I used for this individual trades, and I was in only one trade when I was taking when I was using the capital. So overall, I was able to around gain 15,000 from this today's trade, all the trades cumulatively. And the setup that I used was pretty much simple because of all the resistance zone that had formed yesterday's, wherein support was there, and even eventually Nifty, because of the gap down, this zone was going to act as a resistance. Initially, in the first trade, I bought around PE here at this point, so being a rejection formed at the same level, and then after the breakout over here also, and even in this candle I started buying calls. So it was simple, like I was just waiting for the zones to be taken out, and then I started executing my trades. Wherein I saw this was a good opportunity to enter in the call side. So I was able to book profit at this somewhere at this zone over here because of the same support over it was acting as a support, and here I thought of like this will act as a resistance. However, for the month weekly call 90,400, I went wrong. However, but I was able to capture the great move in the later half. So I was able to book some handsome profit today, as around 50,000 profit from this all trade. So I'll be updating about this long position which I'm carrying in the upcoming days, and even about the upcoming trades I'll be taking for the remaining 50k challenges. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.